Our next interview has been a familiar face to television watchers, and now the star of TV's Heroes has been making the rounds here in Washington to talk about a cause very close to his heart, epilepsy. Our Kaylee Hartung met up with him to get the story. Here it is.
Thanks. And thanks, Greg, for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you for letting me talk about this, because normally I'm talking about Heroes and the show and all that stuff, but this is to talk about epilepsy. It's near and dear to my heart, my wife's heart. Our oldest son, Jake, has epilepsy, so to be able to get the word out and talk about it like this is really important.
So tell me what your expectations are for the walk this weekend.
You know what? For us, I chair this walk. I've chaired it every year, and it's empowering. In the same way that I started a website called talkaboutit.org, this community needs to know that they're not alone. And we're talking about epilepsy. And epilepsy is anybody that's dealing with a seizure condition. And our son Jake got it when he was 7. He started having seizures. He's 13 now. We've gone through, everything from surgery to a nerve stimulator that he wears to, and all the treatments. But the one thing that we have been privy to is to know that there are other people out there that are going through this, and we're not alone. And there are treatments and there are medications that can help. So don't settle if you're having a seizure. Don't, and don't freak out if you see someone have a seizure. When we come together at the walk, yes, it is to raise money, it's to raise awareness, but everyone's there. Everyone there is like-minded. And we're talking about tens of thousands of people that come out on the mall in D.C. This is huge. And yes, the cherry blossoms are beautiful. But it's all about epilepsy and awareness. And to know that, if you see an epileptologist, a specialist, if you, search out the right medication and the right treatment, you can get as close as you want, hopefully, to seizure freedom. And that's the message that I'm trying to send.
And this weekend, aside from the good weather we're hoping to have, this is really an interesting time to be in Washington with healthcare reform wrapping up and for you to raise awareness for epilepsy.
Yeah, it's kind of a good time to piggyback on all the excitement and everything that's happening here. And this is a health-related issue. Epilepsy is one of those things that's had a stigma attached to it for so long. If you had epilepsy 50 years ago, you didn't talk about it. You didn't mention it. I guarantee there are people in here. Somebody has epilepsy, and they may not want to talk about it. That's their prerogative. I get it. It's scary. But the more we open and break down those barriers and remove the stigma, the closer we can come to finding a cure and getting the word out that there are great treatments, available. So.
And while you're in Washington, you're going to visit Capitol Hill, the White House.
Yes.
Tell me who you're talking to and how you feel like members of Congress and the administration are rallying behind your cause. It's
been incredible. I have to say, I've never spoken to Congress before, and we have a congressional hearing, and we're speaking to Congressman Waxman and others, and Perlmutter, and it's these people that are they actually care about getting. My message is the awareness. So there already are awareness campaigns in the epilepsy community, and they're already funding programs where you'll see a commercial occasionally that talks about epilepsy. But really, to get that dialogue going. I'm out here with Jason Snelling, from the Falcons, and Alan Faneca. These are professional football players that have epilepsy. When you see that, you're like, wait a minute, it's not so scary, and not that, when our son asks, can I play football, we're like, wait, hold it now.
That's not what we meant.
Exactly, don't take it too far. But it's getting the conversation going. That's what talkaboutit.org is about. The Epilepsy Foundation of America has been incredible, but everyone here in D.C. has been amazing in getting this message out. It's so needed.
Absolutely. And you got to tour the White House, I hear.
Yeah, we took a tour of the White House, which was just incredible. My in-laws are with us, so I scored points with them. Nice. We got a little tour. It's just such an amazing place, and it's the second time that I've actually toured. And the Secret Service, they gave us a little kind of special peek into a couple rooms. You see what everybody else sees, but it's just an amazing place. Jake broke his foot. This was kind of a cool thing. Not that he broke his foot, but Greg broke his foot playing with his friends at school. It had nothing to do with epilepsy. But so we had to take an elevator from the ground floor up to the second floor, and he took the president's elevator.
Very cool.
Yeah, because
that'll make a kid's day.
Exactly. I was like, don't get used to this treatment, okay? You get home, you clean up your room. But no, it's that kind of stuff that makes it a really special trip for us.
And final question, I've got to ask you, you've got a band that I know some of the proceeds are going to epilepsy, but other than that, I mean, it sounds like it's a lot of fun. Yeah,
we're the real deal. It's called Band from TV. People can go to bandfromtv.org. Every penny, all the proceeds that the band makes goes to the various charities, but I'm on drums. I'll be playing drums, actually, on the mall at the rally.
Yeah?
But I'm on drums. Hugh Laurie from House is on keyboards. James Denton from Desperate Housewives on guitar, Bob Guinea, Scott Grimes from ER. We have all these great celebrities. They're all on shows. They all have passionate charities that they care about. And we've raised over $2 million for charity over the last 3.5 years. So it's really exciting.
Any gigs playing in D.C.?
We are trying to get it together. They want to come out and play the walk, but if the weather doesn't cooperate, it's outdoors. Suddenly I got Hugh Laurie all the way from L.A. to D.C., and he can't
And
play.
the equipment.
And the equipment and everything. So, yes, we are working on something. We want to play D.C. I went to the Caps game last night, and I was like...
And they won.
It was the greatest game ever!
A shootout?
A shootout. I mean, my kids were so spoiled last night. But, you know, this is a great town, and we really do want to come out and play, you know, a proper place and raise some money here in D.C. And, you know, if I could just leave everybody with one thing is, please, you know, go to talkaboutit.org, go to the Epilepsy Foundation of America's website. Don't be afraid to talk about this and seek out all the best treatments. See a specialist if you are dealing with this, and know that you can reach seizure freedom or as close to it as possible if you get the right treatment.
Great. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate it, Greg.
You.